Here we go.
Well, hello there, you beautiful, beautiful, amazing, wonderful people. I hope you are all well on this fantabulous, fantastic Friday. This is video 3 of 3. Have you seen them all? If not, make sure after this video, not now, after this video, go check them out. We started in Ada County, Idaho, and we rolled our way back through to the Jay Slater case. Trying to keep everyone happy, which is fucking impossible. But anyway, look. Wax is the man. He's the man. I love the guy. And he recently did a video. I think it might have even been yesterday or the day before. I don't even know what day it is. Apart from I now know it is Friday. But in general, I don't know when it is. But he did a video and it was showing a medium talking about the Jay Slater case. Now, what I'm first of all going to say, first and foremostliest, is that do I believe in mediums? I believe that some people are incredibly gifted at telling people the things that they need to hear when it truly matters. Now, how they do that, I have no fucking clue. I'm open-minded. I'm not closed-minded. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to let people live and let live and do whatever it is that they want to do. And I don't have a problem with it until they start coming over to my place of work and kicking my fucking bucket over. And then I'm likely going to have a problem with it. But no, in terms of mediums, if you like, I don't know why they're called mediums. But anyway, yeah, like I say, there are people out there who are incredibly skilled at telling people the things they need to hear when they need to hear it. The question is, was the person who Wax spoke about, was she incredibly skilled at telling people the things they needed to hear when they needed to hear it? Now, some of you eagle-eyed people out there would have noticed this. Before I go to speak, Jay is here with me. She's not looking up to her spirit guide. She's looking up into her brain and formulating what I would say is likely trying to remember what has been said about the case and seeing how she can put her spin on it. And I know that I'm going to cop some flack for that. Look, I'm just calling it as I see it. This medium was speaking about the Jay Slater case. She basically says that Lucy, she's a good one, mate. She is a good one. Now, I don't know whether that's true. Because even if you want to believe the best case scenario, and that is that Jay went for a stroll through the mountains and walked himself off of a cliff, it is questionable on how good Lucy is. Because Lucy was supposed to be his friend. And apparently they just kind of ditched Jay, left him to his own devices, and that would lead to his death. There's also some confusion over Lucy's friends in the mountains who would be able to hear a helicopter if there was one. So how many friends in the mountains does she have? Because I would imagine that the friends that she's referring to is Rocky and Bullwinkle. That's who I believe she's referring to when she talks about friends in the mountains hearing helicopters. But that's by the by. Like I said, I spoke about this yesterday, the fact that she also decides, when she's on the phone to Jay, not to say to him, stay where you are, do not fucking move, because you're going to get yourself hurt. Do not fucking move, Jay, we're going to come and get you now. She doesn't do that. She instead puts the phone down and goes on a merry goose chase that done nothing, absolutely nothing, but gave the perception of doing a lot. But ultimately, it was doing nothing to help Jay at the time that he needed it. But some people would fall for the, oh, she did everything. She contacted the police, she set up a GoFundMe, she tried to get a helicopter. See what I mean? See what I'm going with? But anyway, yeah, so this person is talking about the Jay Slater case and she says Lucy's a good person. Obviously, he then turns around and says, apparently, that I don't like the way that my mum's been spoken to. The way that they're speaking to my mum and saying about them. You don't need to be a medium or have any fucking skill to believe that Jay Slater would be upset about people criticising his mum and family. Like I say, you don't need to be a medium to do that. That's just common fucking sense. That's cold reading. That's done. That's done dusted. Now, she did turn around and say, Ayub Kassim, he knows more. He knows more. She does turn around and says, I'm not saying that he did something directly, but he knows something more. He had more to do with it. Which again, that's just cold reading. That's looking at the scenario and going with the absolute obvious in either scenario. Because if there's a nefarious scenario, then Ayub Kassim was the last person to see Jay Slater alive. He is an ex-convict. He's a person who took him from where he was to where he ended up, and then he would end up dead. So that's a nefarious situation. If there was a nefarious situation around this, then Ayub Kassim would more than likely be involved in that. Now, I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying that if there is or was a nefarious situation around the death, then Ayub Kassim was quite likely to have been involved in that. And I'll tell you why I think that. I think it because if he wasn't, and there was a nefarious situation around this, there is not one person around Jay Slater, not one person at all who is questioning the death. They are all literally believing that Jay Slater just walked himself off the cliff. They're all kind of in sync with one another. Now, Ayub Kassim, I'd have more respect for him if he turned around and went, a young English lad who don't know what the fuck he's doing, and he's walking around Tenerife with a bag or whatever, he's got his phone. Someone could have mugged the bastard. Someone could have mugged him. He's walking around on his own in a foreign country, in a place where we've recently seen the likes of stabbings, attacks, a hit and run. Do you know what I mean? You're not safe as a foreign national in a foreign country walking around on your own at night in the arse end of the back and beyond. You're not safe. And that's as simple as that. So it's like I said before with the Nicola Bulley situation. Maybe she fell in the water. Maybe someone pushed her in the water. The reality is we don't know. We simply don't know. And none of these have turned around at any point and said, well, to be fair, we don't know. We're just assuming that that's what's happened because we've been told. But not only are they not questioning it or not even seemingly willing to accept the possibility that someone else was involved and kind of thinking and looking into it themselves, they're flat out just blaming Jay and creating this image that Jay was a danger to himself. But anyway, I digress. Point being, so if nefarious, then Ayub Kassim was likely to be involved. If there wasn't anything nefarious, and it was best case scenario, and that was that Jay was the idiot that he's being portrayed to be, and he did just walk himself off a cliff, then Ayub Kassim still played a part in that. Because we've got a situation where you have to question, did you offer him a lift or not? Did you offer him the phone charger if his phone was dead? Did you offer to give him a lift, or did you not? Did you just say, fuck off, mate, I'm going back to bed? Did Jay ask for a lift, and Ayub said, nah, mate? Because he was up. He interacted with Jay. He literally interacted with Jay, and Jay at that point was wanting to leave. So, did Jay ask for a lift and did he turn him down? Did Jay ask for a lift and he said, I ain't going to give you a lift now, mate, I'll give you a lift later. You'll have to sit around, fuck about, do you know what I mean? And Jay's then turned around and said, I can't wait, mate, there's no food and I'm fucking starving. Do you know what I mean? I need to go and get something to eat. And he said, oh, fuck off then, mate, walk. Do you know what I mean? There's a cafe up the mountain, go fucking walk down there. Again, that's not potentially nefarious intent, but it's you doing something that has a catastrophic outcome that could have been avoided. Now, I'm not saying in that scenario Ayub Kassim had some obligation to Jay. He didn't have an obligation, but ultimately something that he did or didn't do resulted in death. So, again, that's just common sense. I'm not a medium, but I can see the variables in how this could have played out. So, is this person a medium? Are they good? Are they talking to Jay? I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. Like I say, I'm trying to tread lightly because I know that there's people who have had situations in their life where they've gone to mediums and these people have genuinely helped them. They've given them the support that they need. They've given them the resolution they've needed. And, you know, anybody that can do things to people or for people that has a positive impact on their life, I'm all for. And I won't shit on that. But yeah, it's one of those where my mentality is that people, indeed, they have skills, and sometimes them skills are unexplainable, and they do have a positive impact on people. Like me, I have a positive impact on people, and I'm clearly not a medium. I'll say more like an extra large. Anyway, I'll catch you all in the next one.